flu, they're told to stay home and recover. But if a student is mentally exhausted or just burned out, they're expected to show up and participate in class. So, why do we treat mental health absences differently from physical health absences? Students balance work, school, and their personal well-beings every single day, which can become extremely stressful. And honestly, it doesn't help that absences can count towards participation, GPA, and even and just overall their academic standings, which really doesn't help. So the way colleges handle mental health absences can impact a student's daily life, their personal well-being, and their college experience overall. So in the first study, Mental Health and Academic Success in College by Danielle Eisenberg and Ezra Goberstein found that lower academic success, a lot of the reason why is because of conditions like depression and anxiety. And from this table, table 6, which is a simplified version, shows as GPA decreases, the symptoms increase. And so the top 3 leading ones, which is restless, little interest, and trouble focusing, are some of the reasons why students should just have a day off and be able to recover, just as we do for physical illnesses. And they also found that students that do receive treatment still struggle with trying to balance their well-being and also their academic standings. So whether a student receives treatment or not, they're still struggling mentally and can honestly lead to them not even really wanting to participate in classes and courses overall. The same study also realized that just because a student is sitting in class doesn't really mean that they're learning, which is kind of the reason why we're all here. Mental health can make it hard for them to get out of bed, stay motivated, or even to overall show up. And so then just because a student is sitting in class and talking with friends doesn't really mean that in their brain they're not really able to learn. But in contrast, there are studies that are concerned about flexibility in students. They're concerned about the flexibility and how it can ruin the structure that colleges have created for college students. And in the study, Factors Associated with Cheating Among College Students by Frank Verbertine Bernardi Whitley showed that when rules are seen as easy, students tend to take the easy way out and become a little dishonest and misuse those said rules. And in the study, Mandatory Attendance Policy and Motivation Among Hospitality Management Students by Frank Verbertine showed that attendance policies help accountability in students and keep their responsibility up. And also, since we're all new adults, we still need a structure, which attendance policies are a part of that. And whether it's mental health related or not, it still helps us overall in college. And on one hand, you have mental health absences are needed to help a student's academic standing, so they want and the need to stay in college. And on the other hand, you have the concerns about flexibility and misuse and dishonesty in students. But overall, it's just the main concern is how colleges want to handle it, how colleges want to handle a student's well-being and their academic expectations for said students. But overall, they need support and flexibility and structure. Thank you.